Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Sunday edition of Down South Sports Fanatics. Of course, I'm always joined by my boy, the voice himself. What's up, Dave Robert?
What's going on, man? Who that? Let's get this
Ready,
win
ready,
today.
ready, man. Ready, ready. I can't believe I'm missing this game today, man. God
Got
goodness.
going, huh? Oh
I
man.
gotta work, man. Look, it's been a rough weekend. I did three events in a span of 24 hours so far.
Nice. Hey, good
And,
weather, man. Perfect
and I
weather
didn't
for
get
stuff
and I
like
didn't
that.
get home till 1:30 this morning. I gotta go set up a wedding as soon as we get done here.
Man, so they must not be football fans, I take it, doing a Sunday during
Oh
football
my
season
God. I don't
midday
know what
wedding.
what
I mean, bless their
yeah.
hearts, but man, they must not like football.
Yeah, man, it's tough though. But it's all right though. But look, hey, I couldn't even make my Shaw Eagles look. Woo!
They rocked it again, huh?
Yeah, they beat that team. They wasn't even favored to win that game, man.
I'm gonna say this, man. That's awesome, man. I'm glad they turned it around. I think I had an epiphany. I mean, look, I wish our boy Texas Chris was on here. I told him LSU was a 3-loss team this year, but I
Man,
don't
we're
mean to
gonna
do. I
talk. We
told
got
you
to
so,
talk. We're
Dave. But
gonna
I told
talk
that
about that.
defense.
We got to talk about that Tuesday too.
That defense is terrible. But I do want to say I had an epiphany on something in that game. I think Jaden Daniels, man, is a top. He's definitely a top 2 quarterback coming out. I don't know. I don't care about Drake
Yeah,
May, all these other guys.
I can't give you my opinion. I haven't watched it. I am gonna go back and watch it. So
One thing I don't want to dwell on it too long, but one of the announcers said a point that, and it kind of, it's funny, we never talked about this, but man, this dude compared to Anthony
what's
Richardson
up,
in
Lance?
Florida looks like a different ball game. And Anthony Richardson went top 10, and
Yeah.
Jane Daniels is better than Anthony Richardson, hands
Yeah,
down.
it's gonna be an interesting show Tuesday, bro. We got a lot to talk about with on college
Yes,
football in
sir.
general. It's gonna be good.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
let's dive into this game. Let's dive into this game. First off, I want to say I never encourage bad behavior at Saints games. But if y'all don't want to treat them Chicago fans too nicely, I'm not gonna discourage it because I still remember 2006 the way they treated us.
Yeah, they I mean, and I like Chicago. I love Chicago. It's like a second home for me, man. I saw some fans the other night with Chicago out here, and they were pretty cool people, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, now, don't get me wrong. I heard the activities that went
Oh
on. I
no,
didn't go to
you
that
don't
game.
hear. It was reality. Don't
No,
hear.
no,
It
no.
was
I mean, I
reality.
heard it was pretty bad. I mean, but to me, man,
Dave,
I think
Dave, they were urinating in the fans in the stands. That's a fact.
no, look. I don't doubt it. Chicago, it's a crazy fan base, dude. I've been at Wrigley Field for countless times. I'm a big Cubs fan, so man, I've seen some crazy stuff. Look, I've never seen people get violent, but they do talk a lot of shit. They do get crazy. But it's mostly fun. I mean, but you always got that random
I hope
idiot.
they talk. I hope they talk shit today. I really do. I
Oh
hope
no,
they
no,
do.
there's always a random idiot with every fan base, man. I hate to say, I've seen it at so many games. Saints fans, it could be Astros fan going to baseball games over there. Falcons fans. I mean, there's always
Yeah.
that 1-2 idiots. You know what I
Well,
mean?
let's dive into it. Of course, we know Chicago's coming in here, a rebuilding team. They got 7 new players starting at different positions. What's your key to the game today? Dave, going into this.
Man, I just think if you play turnover-free football, their defense has been very good.
What's
I
up,
mean,
Shawnee? What's up,
they
Gabby?
added Montez Sweat. That's a great pickup, great trade. They just signed him to a big extension for like $98 million. I mean, but you gotta go right at these guys. Stay balanced. Do what you've been doing. The good, quick flow of the offense. Getting Taysom touches early, keeping the run game going. We saw Kamara, Miller, and Williams all touch the ball a little bit last week. That has to happen again. But to me, Derek Carr, if you protect him, we don't turn over the ball. Look, the Bears offense, dude, they're not going to be able to do shit, man. I mean, if we get pressure on this quarterback, show him some different looks. I know Darren talked about stunts. We just got to rattle this guy early. The crowd has to – look, man, this can't be one of these passive games we expect to win and just go in there, pussyfooting around. You got to go after this guy early. The crowd has to be lights out, electric early on.
Yeah, look, let me tell you what.
Get confused,
You make a great point there, man. Look, let me tell my fellow season ticket holder and just the fan base in that Superdome, don't boo your quarterback, seriously. And that's so disrespectful. It's a bad look for your franchise. Let's look, no matter who the quarterback is, let's stick behind him. I've been his biggest critic, but I'm not gonna go in that door. And I'm not gonna boo him. I'm not. When you in that uniform
after last week. I mean,
when
if
you
he
in that,
duplicates that.
Well, I mean, when you in that uniform, I tell people, when you in that uniform, you don't want to do that. That's just a bad look. That's all.
It all comes back to the Drew Brees spoiling, man. I mean, look, do we love Drew Brees? But we were spoiled, and we may not ever get that again for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like if you look around the league, dude, Derek Carr's numbers are better than a lot of quarterbacks. I mean, he's kind of middle of the pack in pretty much every statistical category. And look, I mean, if we go over 500 today, he does what he did last week, has another strong performance.
Yeah.
I hope we can get past that whole conversation.
I think we keep Taysom with his snap counts the same. I think we got to get Juwan Johnson involved a lot more too.
Yeah, he's been kind of the missing man. I know he just got healthy again, but I'd like to see maybe a tight end screen or something early in the game. Just, sometimes like that small completion gets a guy confidence, man. He just needs to get going. He has not really, established himself this year at all.
Yeah, I mean, and look, these tackles going to have their hands full today, with Marquez Sweat.
Yes, man. Sweat. And on the other side, Ngakoue, man, he's a veteran. That dude can't play the run. I'd run right at him. He's a terrible run defender, but, man, he can rush the passer. He's been around. Remember from the Jaguars.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I've never seen a player get traded like that and then immediately get a new contract before you even play a down for the team.
I'll say this. I think the Bears, their front office, look, they're not good right now as a team. They've been bad a couple of years now, but their front office is doing some smart things. And I think that was one of them. Getting this guy in, he's in his prime. He's one of the best pass rushers out there.
As an organization, you bring a guy in who's never played a snap for you yet, and you just give him a guaranteed contract like that?
It's like any free agent, man. I mean, they like this kid. I mean, look, he was the best defensive player on that Washington team, man. And, a lot of people make craziness about Chase Young. But I mean, this guy's been the best player on their defense the past couple of years. And I think it's a great move.
Everybody wants to blame injuries on the Chase Young deal. I just think not to dive into that. I think he's just he plays when he wants to play, and that's the reality.
It might be. I mean, this kid's definitely outperformed him. I mean, that goes to show you draft stock isn't everything. I mean, Chase Young was what, top 3 pick, and I mean, this guy Sweat went a little bit further down, but.
I know, in today's game, I think McCoy's really got to step his game up. He's been a disappointment this year at the center position, which is a really focal point of this offensive line. He's got to really be more. It seems like he's getting blown up at that line of scrimmage, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's weird. Like I said, when we talk about Andres Pete being the best player on the line right now, I mean, we got even Ryan Ramczyk's been a little inconsistent. But it does seem like whatever we're doing the last couple weeks, it's a little bit better.
I think Ramczyk's issue is injuries. I think he's just beat up, man. I think he's just beat up.
I love Ramczyk, man. It's funny. Real quick on a trade, I saw a little. Speaking of trades, I saw a chat come up the other day. Somebody said, "What's the best Saints trade in history?" And it's funny. Everybody kept going to Jimmy Graham trades, and we got Max Unger and a pick. Well, to me, it's easy. The best trade we ever made in history was, and not saying nothing bad about Brandon Cooks, but we traded Brandon Cooks, and that allowed us to get the 32 pick that year. When the Patriots won the Super Bowl, we got Ryan Ramczyk at number 32.
Yeah,
and I think that's the best trade we ever made. That dude's been one of the best tackles in the league for a long time.
To me, my all-time great trade by the Saints, it's an old school one, is when the Saints traded Pat Swilling and they drafted Willie Roaf and Irv Smith.
Well, yeah, Willie Roaf was. That was a big deal, dude. Willie Roaf was a massive.
deal. Pat Swilling was.
I hate to give up Pat Swilling, man. But Willie Roaf was.
But Dave, he didn't. He didn't do nothing after he left here. Pat didn't do nothing after he left here.
No, his career, he was kind of getting towards that point. It's for the NFL. You don't have that big career span, man. He was at that point where that tipping point where his best days are behind him.
Talking about defense, Lance just posted, we need Cam Jordan to show up today. We really do.
Yeah, I mean, Carl Granderson's kind of been, him and Brissy and, Saunders, those guys have been kind of performing pretty well. Cam's been just kind of, going through, he's been okay, but he hasn't really stood out at all. And we need him, look, we just gave him a contract extension. We love Cam Jordan for what he's done, but we need that extension. To me is we can't think of that as a thank you. We got to think of that as, hey, dude, you need to get back to give me some sacks, get some penetration in the backfield. I mean, he always plays the run well. We know that. He gets his hands up. But, I mean, we need pressure. We need him to force force that young quarterback to the way of Carl Granderson and Brissy and the other guys,
Fatty just posted, didn't we trade for Vilma? Yes, we did. Another good trade.
Yeah, great trade. In-season trade, too. The Jets were changing schemes. That was a stupid move by the Jets, getting rid of that guy in his prime.
So it's amazing you remember all this stuff, Dave.
Oh, no, dude. I mean, I just remember the Cooks trade was so good because we wanted Reuben Foster in the draft that year, and thankfully he got picked before Ramczyk because, I mean, dude, I love Ryan Ramczyk. He's just got to, Ramczyk, like you said, might be an injury thing. But, man, if our line comes together, the talent is there, man, on our offensive line.
No, I'm not ever going to question, Ramczyk's ability because I think it's all – I mean, he's got dude, he's got braces on both knees, braces on arms. I mean, he looks like a freaking robot out there with all this equipment on him. I mean, that tells you there. I mean, goodness.
That's right,
but
man.
Listen, look. We need to get Olave going today too, man. They got to figure something out here.
Yeah, and look, dude, and kudos to them because, man, last week, when you're winning, when things are going good, it seems everybody's a little happier, so I'm hoping the mood's settled after all that stuff off the field and on the sidelines. It seems like that for now it's past us. Hopefully another win today will put it further past us.
What's up, my brother Ryan?
Yeah, Olave's got to get his head straight, man. I think he's been a little detached from what's going on, I'm just seeing a lack of concentration from Olave, and it's like I'm critical of this guy because I think he could be a damn good player, but I'm going to be very critical. He can't drop passes, have balls hit him in the face, false start penalties.
There were reports that Carr and Olave were staying after practice and working on routes and stuff like that, which is a good thing,
Look, Derek Carr, man, look, I hope he has a really good game again today. Obviously, we all do, but I mean, listen, there's Raiders fans that hate. I know people thinking, oh, we got Carr, the Raiders didn't do anything. The Raiders are a freaking awful organization. They just fired all these cats. They owe $85 million to the people that they fired because Mark Davis is such a shit owner. But there's Raider fans, dude, that absolutely miss Derek Carr. Look how bad that quarterback situation went. I mean, look, and I like Jimmy G, man, but Jimmy G kind of flopped over there. They got to go with Aiden O'Connell today. They're trying to give that kid an audition, but they're most likely drafting a quarterback next year. But I mean, Derek Carr, they were just talking about that on ESPN. What he did, he established leadership there. Even when he was a little inconsistent, he was always a firm leader. And I think that's a big reason why we got this guy in.
I don't see that here, though, Dave. I don't see that.
I don't know. I think he's a vocal guy. You always see him talking with the veteran. You see him talking with Kamara, Taysom a lot. A lot of Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas and him probably talk as much as just seeing on TV.
So you see that happen a lot. You think it's the young guys?
I think it's immaturity from Olave all the way. Listen, I'm not giving Carr 100% like he's right and everybody else is wrong. No, not at all. Because, I mean, he was playing very inconsistent football. But I think there was pressure on him. I think he wants to win so bad. I think he wants to prove that the Raiders were, just a thing of the past. And he's got this great opportunity.
Maybe Olave's upset because Mike Thomas is healthy and a lot of balls are going his way. Where last year our receiving core was in disarray and everything went to Olave. And maybe Olave's in his feelings about that. I
mean, look, and like you said, it's the things that we don't see behind closed doors. I mean, maybe Derek Carr got some sandwiches and got his the wrong way or something like that one time in practice. Maybe he likes maybe Chris Olave jams in his mumble rap and Derek Carr said, we can all see it. It might be something personal that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Dave, I think you would even admit there is something going on there besides.
It's something silly, dude. He might have told me he was wearing some stupid ass looking shoes and was clowning on him, and maybe he took it the wrong way because dude, these Zoomers and these millennials, dude, they don't have thick skin. I mean, I know Chris, Patty always brings it up. These guys aren't the same as what they used to be, and it's true. I mean, look, Derek seems like to me like an old school guy. He seems like just a solid individual. He wants to win. He's very very passionate. So I mean, I'm not playing. I just think Olave.
But listen, we need to understand one thing. We can sit here and talk about all the guys on offense, but I'm sorry if people don't want to hear it. Olave is your future of this team. I'm sorry.
He's got to. He should be. He should be. He's just got to get his head on straight. Because man, look, guys get shipped out of town when they start losing. And I'm not saying it's there yet with Olave, but he's made some bad strides. But like I said, look. It looks like it's behind us, and hopefully it's a story that doesn't come up again.
Yeah, I mean, I just think these guys, like you said, it's just an immaturity thing, and they got a maturity thing. And I think Mike Thomas might be helping on that. It's like, listen, dude, you got a good, promising career ahead of you. Let's keep your head on straight, and be professional about this. A lot of people have been asking too, Dave. What was the point of bringing in Jimmy Graham if you're not going to use him?
Listen, man, and I like Jimmy. It's no disrespect for Jimmy, but this is almost like the Tyrann Mathieu move. This is just a bullshit move to appease fans. It's starting to look that way because, dude, he hasn't done anything, hasn't really had the opportunity to do anything. I mean, to me, it's like, I hate to say it, but bad organizations do that sometimes. They'll bring back a veteran that was something 5 years ago. They'll bring him back, and, you may sell a few more tickets that way because, some fans are living in the past, which we all do to a certain degree. But I blame the organization. I think it was just a move. Listen, is he mentoring these other guys? We don't know. I mean, that's what people are in belief of, because I mean, why else if you're not playing him? What else is the hell he's doing?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, look. Lance commented that we need to get Shaheed more touches. I agree.
Yeah, dude. That we talk about. Look, if Chris Olave starts farting around and getting in his feelings and shit, this dude might be your future at number one at the wide receiver position because he has all the tools, man.
Yeah, I mean, you got look. Why? I mean, he's got the speed and everything. Why don't we use him more like Tyreek? You know, I don't understand that.
I think you could look. I think, look, dude, I would love to see that usage with him. I think he's got that potential. This kid's just, I don't know, man. It's something. He's not a one-trick pony. This isn't just like remember Joe Morgan would, had the speed, just go run a go route, or Michael Lewis, or somebody that would just run downfield, Deontay Harris or Hardy, whatever. This dude is not that guy. He is a legit receiver. This kid uses his body. He's got good hands.
Yeah.
His route running's still coming on, but he's a decent route runner,
Speaking of that, if anybody's not watching it, Chiefs are winning 21-0 at halftime.
Ooh, nice. What happened before the half? I saw it was 14. What they got a quick score before the half, or
Tyreek fumbled the ball and they ran it.
Did he really?
Touchdown. They ran it for a touchdown.
He's now outside of my top 10, man. Nah, but that dude, hey, look, that dude's freaking phenomenal, man. That dude is.
Well, guess what? They figured a way to slow him down today.
Hey, that Kansas City defense is no bullshit, dude. We talked about it.
Thank
all of us
you,
have brought
Dave.
this
I
up.
keep saying it. I keep telling people that.
That might be a top 5 defense, dude, and nobody gives them the credit because you look at that offense with Mahomes,
I actually
Kelsey,
believe, I never thought I would say this. I'm glad you said that, and I hate to say it because Patrick Mahomes, we all know, is the best quarterback in the league. But I actually think their defense is better than their offense.
Right now, it is, man. I think that absence of look, I like Rashee Rice. I think he's going to be that guy, the receiving core. Yeah. But look, Tony hasn't done a whole lot.
Could you imagine Sharif? Could you imagine Sharif with Patrick Mahomes? Good.
Oh, absolutely. That kid would be a superstar there. Yeah. I'm telling you, dude. I think they needed that number 1 wide receiver. I think they should have went to the trade deadline and got him. I mean, I'm a big fan of Pacheco. I like him, but I think they just need another receiver.
Ryan said Miami's got jet lag.
Dude, I'm telling you, they in Germany? So yeah,
dude, they went. They talked about it all week long. Kansas City didn't show up until Friday. Miami showed up Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah,
that's weird, crazy. Man. That's weird.
But you know what I mean? Weird, look. It's a weird morning, man. Daylight saving time change. We went back.
That's right, dude. That's right. Shit, that's right.
Yeah, it's early.
Damn. So wait, that happened. That's right. That happened in the middle of the night. So damn, it is throwing me off, dude. That's what's up.
It's only 10
I woke
o'clock.
up really early. I said, "Damn, what am I doing up so early, man?" Damn. Wow, it throws you off, man.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Hey, Richie, I don't know if Fatty has it, man. It's funny. I was looking. I didn't see anything major that stood out. I mean, I know they were talking about Fields trying to practice, but I know he's not really. It was doubtful. But is there anything on the inactives, like anything that stood out?
Nothing really stood out. Everything stayed the same. It's. Oh my God.
What's that? Do we have a Dion situation going on?
Oh Jesus! He said Ben has a blown motor. Oh my goodness!
What happened?
He said looks like the C Colorado. He said Richie looks like the C Colorado bandwagon has a blown motor. Blown motor.
Yeah, look, dude. It's kind of. It's funny because people like to get, we like to get on little stories, and it's like, hey, look, to me, my thing is the story's over. Look, dude, I never bought no merch, man. I know there's people that probably did, dude.
We're gonna talk about listen, y'all tune in. We're gonna talk about all that Tuesday. Yeah. I'll be on record right now saying I think efficiently, I don't think, and this is just my opinion, I don't think Deion Sanders is coming back after this year.
Well, man, if he does, I like I prefer that situation if he comes back. If he goes and jumps on to something else, I'll lose a little respect for him after that. Let's put it that way.
Agree. We'll talk about it because Fatty's waiting to talk about it and all that. So listen, where you see this game going today, Dave? Go ahead and give us. I know you said a prediction early Tuesday. Now that we know what's going on, the inactives and stuff like that, it's basically the same. Which you still got the same score?
Yeah, I mean, dude, you got to get to this. Look, DJ Moore. Look, you can't forget they have some pretty. DJ Moore's there. Darnell Mooney can stretch the field. Tulane guy. He's been around for a while. Offensive line's decent. Nothing to write home about. Whitehair, I think, is their best offensive lineman in the center. But I mean, so you got a decent line. This isn't a terrible line, but you got to be aware of guys like Cole Kmet, the tight end. He can sneak out there in the flat. Rashawn Johnson and Dante Foreman, 2 physical running backs because Herbert's been out. So you can't have missed tackles on these guys. These guys can run through you. They're big boys. For me, keep an eye on DJ Moore. I mean, obviously it ain't the same without Fields in there, but I mean you always got to watch out for that guy. I mean, you take DJ Moore out the equation, you rattled his quarterback early with some different looks. Yeah. Crowd's got to be in his head early, and I think you never look back. I think this could be a game at the end of the third quarter. It's pretty much over.
Yeah, just to let people know, fantasy-wise, too, a couple of inactives and outs for fantasy. Damian Pierce is out for Houston. Darren Waller's out for the Giants. He's out. So look, just make sure y'all get him out y'all lineups. A lot of.
I think he's headed to IR too, huh?
Yeah, he's headed to IR, man. It's crazy with that hamstring injury. It seems like a lot more people just going. I never thought I'd see people going IR for hamstrings. I mean, geez.
Man, it's like those lingering injuries, man. It's like when you hear one of you guys in fantasy has a hamstring issue, it's like, man, you kind of cringe. You know, you never know how fast you're gonna come back. It's like it lingers.
It lingers on big time. I tell you. Oh my
like
God.
Those groin injuries, man.
He's commented.
What's he saying now?
He said there will be terror on Colorado this Tuesday.
Jeez. Look, man, I'll say this. Well, hey, who's man? I'm having a blank. Atlanta, they're going with Heineke today, aren't they?
Yeah, he's starting.
And where are they? I'm trying to think. Who the heck's Atlanta playing? I know we did predictions.
Oh, also Drake London is out. He's inactive today too.
Oh, wow, is he really?
Yes, Drake London.
Damn, I might have to change something in my lineup, dude. I sat Kyle Pitts. I might have to go put Pitts in the lineup. What's going on with Drake London?
Drake London, hamstring.
Wow, there we go. Shit, that's so, man. Look, we need a Saints win. We need an ATL loss. I mean, Tampa's got Houston today, right?
Tampa, and I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I went there to Houston for the last game against the Saints. I'll tell you what, man, they play differently in that building. I don't know why, but they do.
I mean, look, the crowd I think is really excited there. Look, Texas is a great football state, no doubt about it.
Just to give you a heads up, I'm actually sitting Rashard White and starting Collins in my PPR league.
Wait, Nico Collins. You gotta watch him with what's his name? Well, Carlton Davis, a pretty good corner over there, man. You gotta keep an eye on him. The Collins though might win that matchup.
Actually, Dave, believe it or not, Tampa's defenses against the receivers are ranked 27.
Yeah, I don't like their other corners. To me, are terrible. Davis is okay. Their other corners, their safety play has been kind of inconsistent, but
And actually,
yeah, I mean,
believe it or not,
Houston run defense over there in Tampa, so that's something to be thought of.
And Houston's defense against that's why I'm sitting Rashard White is ranked 5th, dude, against the rushers.
Yeah, no, they've played it pretty well on that end, man. We need Houston to come up with a win today. Atlanta, God, who's Atlanta playing? I can't think of who's Atlanta going up against. I need to pull my other device or something.
I gotta bring it up too.
But we need Atlanta, obviously, and Tampa to take losses today, man. This is one of those games where you look back on the schedule like this could be a turning point of sorts. I mean, you had a good game last week. You got a very winnable game here. If like you said, Houston and Tampa,
you can move up. You can move ahead in the rankings, dude. All these wins are going to count, and not only winning, dude, just get continuity with your offense going and stuff like that. So listen, Dave, I think the Saints will squeak this one out. I don't know why.
You think it's gonna be close?
I think it's gonna be close, dude.
I'm smelling blowout, man. I don't know why. I think they go in command. They command this game early. I don't think that young quarterback ever gets comfortable. I see a couple turnovers in this game for him. He's thrown 3 interceptions so far. I mean, he's completing a lot of his passes, but that's those safe throws. I think he's thrown 3 picks in 2 starts. I think the Dome is going to be his loudest environment he's played in so far. I just think it's a lot of trouble. He's going up against probably his best cover guys that he's played against so far with Lattimore and company. So, I mean, I don't know, dude. I think they give a lot of they wreak havoc on this kid today, man. I see that happening. Well, I know the Saints have a history of letting these young quarterbacks do us the wrong way, man. But look, you got to keep after this kid. No 3-man rush bullshit. Try to confuse him with zones. You can confuse him, but let's bring 4 or 5 guys constantly at this guy, make his feet move a little bit.
Yep. All right, Dave. Well, look, we're going to get out of here. Thank everybody for joining us. Make sure to join us again Tuesday night. We're going to dive into Colorado, LSU, Saints, NBA, all that. We'll dive into it. All right, Dave. Have a good morning. Who that, my brother?
Man, who that? Let's get a win.
All right, brother.